Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Fire Red playthrough. Last time, we took down Lieutenant Surge's gym, earning our third gym badge if we have a look here, the Thunder Badge. And in doing so, we have managed to now... Well, we've also gained Cut, and I've therefore gone back to Cerulean City, and the tree that was once in our way has been cut down. This episode, we're going to head down Route 9 and head to everyone's least favourite part of the Kanto region. You have Pokemon with you. You're mine. Excuse me? It's not how this works. Right. I've left Henry out, and the reason being is because I want him to gain a few more levels. Because I want to evolve Henry when he's level 30 into Nidoking. But that's still a ways to go, and I don't want him to fall behind. Because sadly, Henry won't have much use in this next area. Oh yeah, if you're wrapped, you can't switch out, by the way. That's another thing. So you gotta be careful. But however, when you defeat the Pokemon that's used Wraps, you're free to switch. Oh, well that's unfortunate, but we'll just deal with that, I suppose. Oddish can't really touch Henry, to be fair, because of his resistances. You can lower our evasiveness that I don't plan on boosting anytime soon. But yeah, the other thing is, shortly after Rock Tunnel, I'm going to finally be getting a new Pokemon to add on our team, so that's going to be exciting. But unfortunately, we won't get to really use Henry until, well, a good 10 episodes, I would say. He'll have a use in the 5th gym, but not the 4th one. 4th one, actually, he could be fine in the 4th gym, but there is better Pokemon on our team to use. What type is the 4th gym? Well, you'll just have to find out. But I'll give you a clue. Pokemon I plan on using is Andy for it, so... But Henry also will do fairly well against some of it. Not all of it, though. Are we really doing this again? Also, I'll tell you one thing that happened at work. That happened, it happened yesterday at the time of recording this episode. People were so bad at parking that it became the conversation of the staff room. Like, genuinely. Because it was a half day, so we all got in later. After lunch. And when we got to the car park, just all the people who were using the conference room we had, just... they had lost the ability to park their car properly. It was a nightmare. So everyone else had to park really badly as well. Because they didn't... They took up 3 spaces. Like, every single person who parked took up 3 spaces. You deceived me! What do you mean? You chose to battle me. I'm going to grab this item. Aerial Ace. That's an interesting one. Where's my TM case? There it is. An extremely fast attack against one target that can't be evaded. That seems like a very good move for Andy. Just hope he doesn't learn it naturally, because I can't remember. But having a move that cannot be dodged is really handy. Okay, I've only got Gust. It's time to get rid of Tackle. Poof, and he forgot Tackle and Machine Set. we've seen this already. That should make me have a lot easier of a time. You're gonna have Pokemon that are a bad matchup. So let's put Saint at the front. Bwahahaha, great! I was bored, eh? Oh, I should have put Andy in apparently, but they can have Geodudes as well, is the issue. Gosh, Saint, you are a lot higher of a level than I thought you are. I remembered you being at least 30 when I stopped my recording, but I didn't realise you were level 32. That's kind of insane. Oh, so close. Keep it coming, eh? Oh wait, I'm out of Pokemon. I keep forgetting to run. Oh, you're a spinner. Yeah, I saw that. What? Who's that walking there with those good-looking Pokemon? What, me? Question mark? Camper Chris, my best friend. Except not really. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. That's fine. Henry, get over here. I'd rather not have Saint lose half of his health. Except it wouldn't have been half of his health, but it would have been a fair margin, and this way I can just get rid of it in one hit. Or not. I identified Henry. He is a Nidorino. Oh, now I get the crit when it doesn't matter. Typical. Well, at least Saint got to level 33, but he stole half of Henry's experience. Oh, Charmander. Okay, we'll keep that in. So there's the Charmander. I knew there was one of these NPCs had one. Or did I read that as Charmeleon or Charmander? I can't even remember. Nice, okay. Level 26, 4 to go. Henry is trying to learn Helping Hand. Henry is not learning Helping Hand because that's one of the worst moves in the game. All it does is give the Pokemon, if it's a double battle, which we haven't seen one of those yet, Helping Hand will therefore boost the second Pokemon you have out. Out like a light. Nah, wrong kind of different Chris. Ooh, Bugcatcher. Okay. We'll put Andy at the front then. I got up early every day to raise my Pokemon from cocoons. Does that mean you have a Butterfree and a Beedrill? There's the Beedrill. Quite under-leveled though. Let's just go use Aerial Ace straight away. New move, 60 base power, and it can't miss. What else could I ask for? You just had 2 Beedrills. Well, thanks for the free experience. I mean, it helps me out a lot. Gets Andy close to level 25. What? What a total waste of time. There is a patch of grass here. Is there an item on this? Yes, there is. Found an Ether. Nice. That's a good one for late game. Okay, let's put Henry back at the front. Any more trainers that I can battle? Ah, you'll do. Let's not have Henry out against a rock or fighting type. Ha 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 ha! Bring it on! This route is quite long, actually. It's longer than I remember it. That's fine. I'll take the EXP, because like I've said, after Lieutenant Surge is where the difficulty spike of the game increases. Although this area is still really, really easy. I'd say it gets quite difficult after we get to Celadon City, because this is where we have to start backtracking. And Generation 1 is very well known for having, well, a fairly tedious section, which I doubt I'll get to it in this episode. Or definitely not in this episode, I meant in this batch of recordings, but it's actually not too far away. Ha 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 ha, you beat me fair! I'm also getting tons of money. A burn heal. Maybe I can benefit from that later. Or whenever a Growlithe's Ember burns me, I suppose. That's been happening quite a lot. Bug capture. No, I don't want to go in my bag. I don't put my Pokemon in my bag. That would be, well, kind of weird. And not very nice. Go, my Super Bug Pokemon. That's the quote they used from Pokemon Go whenever the Go Rocket Grunt has Bug-type Pokemon. I recognise that, even though I haven't played Pokemon Go since 2021. Why have I not played Pokemon Go for 4 years? Because the game got, sadly, a lot worse. And as much as I hate to say it, I wasted too much of my life playing that game. I haven't really spoken about my Pokemon Go days, to be fair. I was kind of a infamous player in my area back in the day, because I took down a lot of gyms. And a lot of the people on the other team didn't like that. But in my defense, I live in the middle of nowhere, so I had one gym that I could constantly gain access to. So if I wanted all my coins, I needed to take as many as I could. Usually I would get like 5 or 6 and that is it. But yeah, the main reason why I stopped playing Pokemon Go is for 3 main reasons. First of all, the main area that I wanted to play the game in was extremely toxic and people weren't very nice to me in the game. I myself have mental disabilities. I have ADHD and I'm pretty sure I have autism as well. A lot of people who I played the game with just didn't seem to understand that and were just nasty to me. My bugs. But the second problem I had with Pokemon Go was people who cheated, who did something known as spoofing, which is when they falsified their location. Now you'd think that wouldn't be too bad if they only caught Pokemon, but the main thing that kept me into Pokemon Go was gym battles, and I wanted to get as many gold gym badges as I could. Spoofers were constantly kicking me out of gyms I was trying to get to gold, and gyms that were a pain in the neck for me to get to due to their location. So when I was having to go back to these gyms numerous times, it got very frustrating very quickly. I'm taking the rock tunnel to Lavender Town. And it wasn't just spoofers who did this as well. There were people who would target me over the game as well because they thought it was funny. And keep in mind, this happened back when I was still, well, before I was even an adult. And it got to the point where some people would even follow me around in the game, which is absolutely insane. Like, I was like 17 at the time, I think, so just before I was an adult, and there was this one player in particular who would literally follow me around. And he also made a fake account to make it look like I was using 2 as well. And I knew it was him. I never confronted him on it, but it was obvious it was him at the end of the day, because he was the first person who mentioned it to me in messages, and the same person only took gyms that said person went to. So I know he did it at the end of the day, and it was obvious. Like, anyone with common sense could figure it out. But the third reason why I quit Pokemon Go was just the game was getting worse. I thought after COVID the game would get better. It didn't. the game's creators, Niantic, just made it worse. And I hear horror stories from how bad the game is now. And oh my gosh, I am so glad that I quit back in 2021. Because I kid you not, when I quit Pokemon Go, less than 2 months after I quit, one of the worst updates in Pokemon Go's history got added, which was the price increase of remote raid passes. My mum still plays Pokemon Go, and she basically took over my account. But the only thing she does is say that the game is bad and just complain about the decisions that the game's creators make. Can't measure up. But honestly, it was a shame though, because I used to really enjoy the game and I would invest so much of my free time into it, especially at uni. It was a nice little game that you could play. It was a nice little way to make friends as well, but unfortunately just a lot of people, as is with human nature, just took the game way too seriously, and a lot of people didn't like my play style because, as I mentioned, I was all about gym battles. But when I had people that were following me around, people that were targeting me over the game, people that were essentially witch hunting me, it just... why would I even bother to play? Also, there's a hidden Chesto Berry there. That cures paralysis. Wait, no. That's a Cherry Berry. Chesto is the one that wakes you up when you're asleep. Ha ha ha! Aren't you a little toughie? The other thing as well, a lot of people who play Pokemon Go have not played an actual Pokemon game, so I was always a person who was just basically the Pokemon encyclopedia. It's like I said, I played Pokemon for a long time, well over 2 decades at this point. So when I tried to help people, and instead they just said that I was not helping, it's just like, why do I even make the effort? Because I told them what Pokemon as well in Pokemon Go had future evolutions, so that they could start stocking candy up. At least my uni area had nicer people, wasn't as bad as the main area I played in when I wasn't at uni, but there were still people that were not very nice in that area, including one person that decided to threaten me because I called him out for spoofing, which I had video evidence of him spoofing. And he decides to come out with 2 other people to try to fight me when I didn't want to fight someone because I don't like fighting people because it's not a nice thing to do. What's that? Yeah, I kid you not. Some of the people who play Pokemon Go are just unhinged. Like, you get bad people in every community. That's the thing that people need to remember. There's bad people in every single community for something. But, unfortunately, I had a habit of meeting lots of them. Don't you dare patronise me. And I still made quite a few friends in Pokemon Go at the end of the day. And I still message a couple of them. But the thing is, I don't see them anywhere near as much anymore, and I've kind of just moved on. And I'm not going to hide it. I think that Pokemon Go is a bad game. Because of the severe number of flaws that it has, and the fact that the game creators are were legitimately trying to sabotage it. At this point in time, the game just got bought out by another company, and oh boy, it's going to get even worse. No, you're too much. I don't think there's anything that would get me to play Pokemon Go ever again, to be honest. I've been put off the game for life, basically. Oh, have I made it to Route 10? Fantastic. Just in time as well, because I'm nearly up to my 20 minutes. And I was just yapping on about Pokemon Go. Yeah, I'll go defeat this trainer. I've been out at a Pokemon gym a few times, but I always lose. It just takes practice and leveling up your team. Let's see what you have. I mean, if you went to Misty's gym, you'd probably win. Kinda wish I had Henry out though, to be honest, because I could really use the experience. Especially because Saint is going to be the Pokemon that's going to be in front for the majority of this next area. Fairy. That's a normal type, but Henry has double kick, so I guess that works. Here's the other thing as well. I can understand why a lot of people weren't very nice to me in Pokemon Go. It's because I was very, very aggressive when it came to gym taking. And as well, I was like 16 when I started playing Pokemon Go, 17, one of the two. But it was clear that I had a mental disability. And all these adults knew at the end of the day that going after someone who has mental disabilities is not a nice thing to do, yet they did it anyways. If I was in the same situation and there was just someone who had like same thing as me and I was in their shoes, I'd be like, yeah, just don't target them over the game, it's not nice. The types of Pokemon match up differently with each other. Every type is stronger than some types and weaker than others. Oh, Vasard, I've been looking for you. It's me, one of the ever-present aides to Prof. Oak. If your Pokedex has complete data of 20 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward from Professor Oak. He entrusted me with this Everstone. Have you got 20? No, but I'll lie and say I do. You've only caught 13, that's fine. I'll sort these out later. I heard that ghosts haunt Lavender Town. Oh, did I speak to you? You can't run in here either. A nugget is totally useless, so I sold it for 5k. True, it is useless, but they are valuable, so they have a use technically. Right, now here's the most pointless wall of cut trees, because you can literally just escape and go around here. Plus it's better to fight the trainer. However, that is going to be it for this episode, because we are up to 20 minutes. So thank you all so much for watching. And next time on Pokemon Fire Red, we are going to enter everyone's favourite part of the game, if I read the sign. Rock Tunnel, Detour to Lavender Town. So yeah, we are entering everyone's favourite place, and I'm being completely sarcastic when I say this, because I literally know no one who likes Rock Tunnel. And every time I play Gen 1, my best friend Chris plays Gen 1, we always say, top 10 things I hate about Gen 1, Rock Tunnel. Anyways, catch you guys then.